morning, everybody. Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make chocolate chip banana bread. This is my son's favorite. So we want to use bananas that are very ripe. I forgot to save a picture of one that I was using. This one is not ripe enough for me. All of them that I already did, though, they were very ripe. They had a lot of brown on the skin. The riper the banana, the better the flavor. So always buy a whole bunch of bananas. Let some of them sit for quite a few days, usually a week, and then when they're really nice and brown, you want to use them. So, but I will use this one just to show you how we're gonna make it soft. I don't puree it. If it's pureed, it's too thin, and we want it a bit chunky. We're gonna have our unsalted butter, sugar, all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, light brown sugar, ground cinnamon for a nice little bit of flavor, eggs, and of course our semi-sweet morsels, an entire package. So we're gonna get all of this measured out, get our mise en place ready, and then I'll show you how to make the recipe. So to prepare the bananas, very simply, use the back of a fork and press down. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna do that until it's nice and soft, and then we'll add it to our batch. And we need 32 ounces of mushed up bananas. This recipe is one of my professional ones, so it's by weight. I will use this as an opportunity, though, to get the cup measurements for you and write them down at the end of the recipe, end of the video, so you can see it. So, but for the bananas, I already did that. It's 3.5 cups of banana mushed up. So 3.5 cups of this mush is gonna go into our recipe. Here's all of our mise en place. Everything has been measured, and our butter's been sitting out, so it's nice and soft. So you can see I can put it like that. That means it's soft enough. We can start making the recipe. So we're just gonna add this into our stand mixer with the paddle attachment. Once you've softened the butter in the machine, you can then add in your granulated sugar. So we're gonna add the sugars one at a time, and then we're gonna mix it on low speed. Now make sure you scrape down the sides of the bowl and the paddle attachment frequently, because you want to make sure all of your ingredients are completely mixed in. So I do stop the machine often and do this. The sugar has been incorporated into the butter, and I've scraped down the paddle and the sides of the bowl. Now I'm going to add in our light brown sugar. So our butter and sugars have been mixed together, and now I'm going to add the eggs one at a time. Okay, we're going to mix those on low until they're incorporated before I add the next one. I've added all the eggs, and now while that is mixing, I'm going to combine our dry ingredients. So here is our salt, our baking soda, our baking powder, and our cinnamon. And we want to mix all of those dry ingredients together to make sure that they're equally dispersed. Adding our vanilla extract. I already have 1 tablespoon in, and here's the next tablespoon. I'm gonna mix all of that until it's combined. Our batter has been mixing, and now I'm gonna add in the flour. We're gonna add the flour in all at once. And then we're gonna mix it on low, because you don't want flour everywhere. All right, we have our bananas in there, and now we're gonna mix it all together. This is nicely combined, and now we're gonna add in our chocolate chips. All right, here's our finished batter, and now we're gonna scale it into our 10 mini loaf pans. Obviously, if you're gonna do this in a regular loaf pan, you're not gonna be making 10, you'll probably be making 5, okay? So we're gonna spray this with non-stick spray, and then we're gonna scale it, and each one is 9.5 ounces. When you're using the scale, always press 0 or tear on some scales to start at 0 so you get an accurate weight. And then we're gonna add 9.5 ounces into all of these and bake them at 325. Here they are out of the oven, and they took about 28 to 35 minutes, depending on how many you have on the sheet pan, how big your oven is, how good your oven is. So I had this at 325, and it took 30 minutes, and I rotated it every 10 minutes, okay? So you get an even bake on it. The way to test it is to stick a knife in the center. If it comes out clean, no crumbs on the paring knife, the tip of a paring knife, then it's done. So I hope you enjoy this and will make it at home. It is delicious. And the final measurements are 8 ounces of butter, or 1 cup or 2 sticks, 8 ounces of sugar, which is 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon, 9 ounces of light brown sugar, which is 1 1/4 cups tightly packed, 4 large eggs, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, 1 pound 2 ounces of all-purpose flour, or 4 cups and 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 32 ounces of banana mush, which is about 6 large bananas, very ripe, 3 1/2 cups, and 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate morsels. So I hope this inspires you to bake in the kitchen. Enjoy! For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Love's YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.